Hello and welcome to TTV News with some latest event in TayNinhTV. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of September 14, 2024, the National Academy of Public Administration coordinated with the People Committees of TayNinhTV to organize the opening ceremony of the State Management Knowledge Training course for senior expert and equivalent level. The 33 course intended with attendance of Associate Professor Dr. Nguyễn Quốc Sủ, Deputy Director of National Academy of Public Administration, and Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Thanh, Member of Provincial Party Standing Committee, Permanent Vice Chairman of Provincial People's Committee.
The training course was attended by 64 trainees who are current civil servants and leaders working at the agencies and units in the province. During 16 weeks, they are trained in the topics related to the state management in the sectors and fields, intersectorial and interregional management, skills in building and managing the projects, plans, programs, working in an international environment, and organizing the law enforcement, analyzing public policies, etc. And speaking at the opening ceremony, the leaders of National Academy of Public Administration and the leaders of Provincial People's Committee emphasized that the training course is very necessary to improve the leadership, the management, and the work operation capacity of the current civil servants and public employees who are leaders and managers, contributing to improving the quality of local human resources. And therefore, it is recommended that the trainees focus on studying the specialized content in depth, sharing good experiences, applying them effectively in handling administrative work, updating the new knowledge to apply it in the practice in the administrative work of agencies, units, and localities in the coming time.
The draft decision regulating compensation, support and resettlement when the state recover land applicable in TayNinhTV was submitted by TayNinh Department of Planning and Investment to Provincial People Committee at the recent regular meeting in September.
The draft decision regulating compensation, support, and resettlement when the state recovers land applicable in TayNinhTV consists of 2 chapters and 16 articles, applicable to state agencies exercising the powers and responsibilities of representing landowners, performing the tasks of state management of land and civil servants, doing land administration work at the commune level, units and organizations performing the tasks of compensation, support, and resettlement. People whose land is recovered and owners of assets attached to recovered land. Other subjects related to compensation, support, and resettlement when the state acquires land. Leaders of the People's Committee of TayNinhTV departments and districts have contributed comments to clarify some contents in the draft, especially for detailed regulations on compensation, support, and resettlement when the state acquires land. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Chairman of the People's Committee of TayNinhTV, accepted the comments assigned to the Department of Natural Resources and Environment to edit and complete the draft according to the comments at the meeting.
Dear audience, the total budget revenue in the province in August reached 760 billion Vietnamese dong. The accumulated total budget revenue in the first 8 months was more than 8,421 billion Vietnamese dong, reaching nearly 76% of the estimate, up more than 13% over the same period last year.
Of which domestic revenue was more than 7,250 billion Vietnam dong and reaching over 73% of the estimate, up nearly 30% over the same period last year. Revenue from import and export activities reached more than 1,160 billion Vietnam dong, reaching over 97% of the annual estimate and up to nearly 18% over the same period last year. Budget expenditure in the first 6 months reached nearly 7,000 billion Vietnam dong, equal to nearly 60% of the annual estimate, up nearly 4% over the same period last year. Mainly regular expenditure, of which expenditure on education, training, and vocational training accounts for the highest proportion and equal to nearly 54% of the estimate, an increase of nearly 43%. Expenditures on healthcare and administrative management have both increased compared to the same period. Only development investment expenditures have decreased. It is forecasted that the budget expenditure from now until the end of the year will continue to increase when implementing the new basic salary policies of 2,340,000 Vietnam dong, effective from July the 1st of 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this day, the whole country is turning to our fellow countrymen in disaster area, clearly following information and image of flood and landslide. At the same time, the spirit of mutual love of the people is also resting strongly, demonstrated through the anonymous donation and support to help our fellow countrymen who are suffering heavy losses from storm and flood. From the relief good and loving heart are sent by each truck to eat to the people of disaster area, carrying national love and combat patriotism, sharing the difficulty and hardship.
When the North is struggling with hurricanes, floods, and landslides, the spirit of the healthy place covered the torn lives of the people. It turned to the beloved North with all the care and sharing. Each person contributes a little wind to create a storm of human love, to fight against the storms and floods of nature. The storms and floods will eventually pass. Only human love remains as a testament to the great strength of national unity. As seeing children just suffer the flood, I really feel sorry for them. So when I heard that TayNinhTV was donating essential food to everyone, I did it in every way. In general, a little but a lot of my heart is sent to someone to share with everyone. About 90 tons of necessities, including medicine, drinking water, food from TayNinhTV people to people in the flooded areas in the north, have been classified, packaged, and transported onto trucks. It is expected that these vehicles will run overnight to reach the places that need support. The expected number of people is 15 and the trip will last 6 days. That is the journey of TayNinhTV Volunteer Club to the people of the North. Currently, the destination is in Bai. The journey from TayNinhTV to the North is nearly 2,300 kilometers long, not an easy trip. But with determination and the desire to help, the convoy will overcome many difficulties and obstacles to reach the places that need the most help, helping people in disaster areas to be motivated, resilient to overcome difficulties and soon stabilize their life. I'm a container truck driver transporting goods from TayNinhTV to the north. Although it is raining, I do not care about any hardship. We will go quickly and safely to bring essential goods to the people of the north.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of September 14, the Provincial Journalists Association, the newspaper and the radio and television station coordinated with the School of Politics to organize the opening ceremony of the short-term political theory training course for reporter and editor. Attending the ceremony, there were Mr. Nguyễn Thị Thu Cúc, deputy head of the Provincial Party Committee Propaganda and Training Department.
The class was attended by 40 students who are reporters and editors from the 2 units of TayNinhTV newspaper and TayNinhTV radio and television station. And during 5 days, they will study and research the following topics, including the value and vitality of Marxism, Leninism, and the current struggle to protect the Marxism and Leninism. Ho Chi Minh focused on revolutionary ethics of course and party members and its application in the current work of party building and rectification, and building and content of course with the sufficient qualities, capacity, and prestige to meet the requirements and tasks in the new situation, promoting the role of press in implementing grassroots democracy in Vietnam in the current period. Speaking at the opening ceremony, Mr. Nguyễn Thị Thu Cúc emphasized that it is an important class in updating the knowledge and improving the level of political theory for the province press team. She also requested that the trainees participate in the full course, actively discuss and clarify the learning content after each topic to consolidate knowledge and thereby creatively applying it to practical work.
On September 13, 2024, at the Khmer Cultural House, Trung Tây Khmer, the Justice Department of Hoa Thanh Thao coordinated with the Women's Union of the town to organize propaganda, dissemination, legal education, and legal advice for more than 60 ethnic minority people living in Trung Tây Khmer. At the propaganda session, people listened to the dissemination of some contents of the law on marriage and family, regulations on preventing and combating child marriage and consanguineous marriage, dissemination of contents on the law on prevention and combating domestic violence, law on gender equality, regulations on sanctioning-related administrative violations. People were also provided with documents and handbooks on propaganda on child marriage and consanguineous marriage and directly answer the difficulties and problems about legal regulations in daily life that people encounter. After the meeting, the association continued to visit Khmer people's homes to distribute documents and leaflets to promote the content of early marriage and incestuous marriage.
And currently, the district where Ho Chi Minh City Mobile Expressway project passed through have quickly implemented compensation and resettlement support. Go Dao District has issued land recovery notice in 4 communes with the land in the project area, including the Phước Trạch, Hiệp Thạnh, Phước Thạnh, and Phước Đông. And the project passes through Go Dao District for 11.5 kilometers. The People's Committee of Go Dao District has publicly announced the policy of the Prime Minister and the People's Committee of the Ninh Province to the household with land in the project area that needs to be recovered. The district regularly propagates and mobilizes an issued land recovery notice to 859 households, reaching for 90% of the total number of households with affected land. The people highly agree with the state policies of building a highway connecting Tây Ninh and Ho Chi Minh City. And the People's Committee of Phước Trạch, Hiệp Thạnh, Phước Thạnh, and Phước Đông communes closely coordinates with the district's Land Fund Development Center to survey measures and count land and assess on the land affected by the organization, families, and individuals, ensure the project implementation in accordance with the proposed giant diagram, and the handover of the project sites to the construction unit must be carried out before the April the 30th of 2025.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 marked the 25th anniversary of the Summer Volunteer Program in Campion in Tây Ninh Province. Over a long journey, millions of young people have continuously contributed, bringing them enthusiasm and passion, making an important contribution to the development of the community. The TayNinhTV Youth Union members have made great contribution to the overall development of the locality and the country.
Over the past 25 years, TayNinhTV youth have actively participated in socio-economic development, especially promoting the role of young people in the program of building new rural areas and civilized urban areas. Thousands of volunteers join hands with local youth union members to carry out many youth projects and tasks such as repairing irrigation system, dredging canals, harvesting crops, leveling and repairing rural roads, as well as clearing water flows to prevent flooding. In total, volunteer teams contributed more than 62,643 working days, repair electricity for 785 households, mobilized the construction of 1,190 houses, and patched more than 1,200 kilometers of roads. These efforts brought in a total value of nearly 70 billion Vietnam dong. In 2024, with the team Youth Volunteers for the Community, the 2024 Summer Youth Volunteer Campaign took place enthusiastically, focusing on promoting propaganda in many forms, mobilizing over 7,300 career soldiers, youth union members, and youth to participate in 165 teams, with a total value of resources contributed to society estimated at over 22 billion Vietnam dong. In the 2024 Summer Youth Volunteer Campaign, Van Camille has also implemented a number of projects and works that have been recognized and appreciated by the local party committee government, as well as the Superior Youth Union. It can be mentioned as coordinating with students of the National Academy of Public Administration in Ho Chi Minh City to build a house for a team member in difficult circumstances, inaugurating a national bridge project with a length of more than 4 kilometers, organizing many recreational activities, as well as giving scholarships to the children's group. With the results achieved in the past 25 years, the youth of TayNinhTV province will continue to promote the spirit of initiative, reactivity and responsibility, contributing to building the homeland and country to become increasingly rich and civilized in the future. In the Mid-Autumn Festival of 2024, more than 400 games and travel activities in the program for Moon Festival nights came to the children of workers and laborers in difficult circumstances in boarding houses in TayNinhTV province. This is an annual activity organized by the trade union of TayNinhTV Economic Zone to bring children who are union members, laborers in difficult circumstances, workers in boarding houses, a joyful and warm Mid-Autumn Festival. The 7th Full Moon Festival Nights program this year, the Trade Union of TayNinhTV Economic Zone, organized on September 11, 12, and 13, 2024 at locations such as An Hoa World, Tràng Bàng Thảo, Phước Trong Camille Gò Dầu District, and at the headquarters of the Provincial Economic Zone Trade Union located in Tràng Bàng Industrial Park with a total cost of more than 60 million Vietnam dong. More than 400 children had run and enjoyed art performances, learned dances, and each child received a gift worth 150,000 Vietnam dong, including mooncakes, milk, lanterns. In addition to the Mid-Autumn Festival gifts, 100 primary school children also received scholarships worth 500,000 Vietnam dong. On the morning of September 12, TayNinhTV Provincial Bataga Command and the People's Committee of Long Thuận Camille Bến Cầu District TayNinhTV Province coordinated with sponsoring units to organize the Border Full Moon Festival program in 2024 at Long Thuận Primary School, Campus 2, Long Thuận Camille Bến Cầu District, and at Tân Đông B Primary School, Tân Đông Camille Tân Châu District, TayNinhTV Province. Attending the program, there were Colonel Nguyễn Văn Dũng, Deputy Political Commissioner, TayNinhTV Provincial Bataga Command. The program awarded 10 scholarships and 400 Mid-Autumn Festival gifts, 1,000 meals to students at Long Thuận Primary School, Campus 2, Long Thuận Camille Bến Cầu District. On the same afternoon, the program also was held at Tân Đông B Primary School, Tân Đông Camille Tân Châu District, TayNinhTV Province. TayNinhTV Provincial Batagas coordinated with every bank Tân Châu District branch and the volunteer group of Hoa Thanh Thảo TayNinhTV to present 325 Mid-Autumn gifts, including mooncakes, lanterns, and 500 meals to students of Tân Đông B Primary School, Tân Đông Camille Tân Châu District, TayNinhTV Province.
Toward the people who are being severely affected by storm and flood in northern provinces, agency, unit, and volunteer organizations in Ho Chi Minh City have organized a dozens of trips to transport necessities, including food, medicine, life jacket, to help people in flooded areas. Sharing hearts everywhere are turning to the people of the north so that people can firmly overcome difficulty and go through the flood.
This is a relief trip for the people of the north who are being severely affected by the storm Yagi, or storm number 3 of Vietnam, and which is preparing to depart from the headquarters of the Vietnam Highland Front Committee in Ho Chi Minh City. And along with that, a team of young doctors, rescue volunteers are also ready to go to the rescue people in the flooded areas. We cannot sit still when people lose their lives, and we came to overcome the consequences after the storm and clean up, rescue, and search for the victims. We organized a team of young volunteers to promote their appetites and knowledge to participate in overcoming the consequences after the storm, which is a team of young doctors and nurses and house students to participate in health checkups, consultations, and free medicine distribution also. And here is a shipment of hundreds of life jackets and dozens of motorboats preparing to go to the people of the north. The shipment was carried out by Mr. Hoàng Anh Tuấn, the founder of the Rise ATM Mutal, and helped many people during the COVID-19 pandemic. And along with his friends and employees, we decided to contribute a little bit to help the people in the flood-hit areas to overcome doom days. When we announce it, we will coordinate with the provincial and the municipal youth unions. Wherever the flood reaches, our rescue team will go there, and we will have the next relief trips when the flood reaches the Delta also. At this time, all resources are directed to the north to support the people. Previously, nearly 40 tons of food worth about 3.5 billion Vietnam dong were transported by TayNinhTV Group Company Limited in Ho Chi Minh City and the Environmental Economics Magazine to the people in the flood-hit areas of the north. And the Vietnam Food Bank also quickly launched the Emergency Food of SOS Food campaign with about 300 tons of food for 10 northern provinces and cities damaged by the storm Yagi. And hearts of sharing everywhere are turning to the people of the north so that they can firmly overcome their days and get through the flood.
And that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.